Welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents Bruno Palooza's rendition of Reefer Madness 2, Abstinence Till Murder, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, ribbed for her pleasure. I will be running us through this tonight. This is, oh my god. I'm gonna get happy birthday messages probably all the way through this. It is mine and Tom's birthday. Today. Right now.
Weird, it's a little weird that I'm not going to get any happy birthday messages.
Oh, it wasn't from, like, our fans or anything. We don't have any. It was from my sister-in-law. To which, hi, Christina, if you're watching.
Are in the stream.
Yeah.
I wish you said it was from my sister. I'm like, wait, that means I also have a sister.
Whoops, we didn't want to tell you.
Starting off with a big reveal.
Big reveal for 2020.
Alrighty, and with that, I'm Dave.
There's something to tell you.
Yeah, jeez. I'm Dave. I am the keeper tonight. I will be running everyone through this adventure. You can find me at Mystery Mythos on Twitter, and I run the YouTube and podcast. With that, I'll toss it over to Ty to introduce himself.
I'm Ty. You can find me at Brawler on Twitter. You can find me on here and on Dice Priory on Tuesdays. I will throw it to Jason.
Wait, who are you?
I am Remy Halstead, the hippie. Right? That's her.
Remy Wallstead.
Yeah. Perfect.
I am Jason. You can find me as Tech Cuddler. You can also find me on all the streams of this weekend, and I am playing Klaus Remington, the rocker from Germany.
I love it.
And we'll give it to Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris. You can find me here all weekend. You can find me in Mythos Mystery Society in 2 weeks running a game for Call of Cthulhu. You can find me on Tuesday nights as well. Otherwise, don't look for me. Besides that, I am playing the Virgin tonight, and his name is one of them that has words. Jerry Hobbs. I'm Jerry Hobbs, the Virgin. I'll toss it over to that sweet-looking lady over there, Mike.
I thought you meant Tom because of all his feminine features. You can find me in my office right now. I'm in Colorado. I prefer not to give out my exact address, but you can find me if you want.
If you look hard enough.
If you look on the corner.
Yeah, I'll be playing Donna Mae Bryant tonight.
Very nice. Is it my turn? Should I go?
And I will pass it over to Tanya. Tom.
Pass it back to Dave real quick. We'll try it again.
Hi, my name's Dave. Sure, I'll go again. I could do a take two.
I'm Dave's brother, Tom, and I'll be playing Benny Hobbs tonight. I'm Jerry Hobbs' little brother, and I'm invited to everything because our mom won't let us not be alone by ourselves.
Alright, with that, we will get started. We open with a man sitting in a regal-looking chair next to a lit fireplace. He's wearing a nice gray suit. He's staring seriously at the flames, the room giving off an air of professionalism. He turns to you all, the viewers at home, as the camera pans in on him. Greetings, my fellow Americans. It is 7 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? You're about to witness a performance that may shock you, but its message should be heard by every God-fearing, freedom-loving citizen in our glorious country. It is about a very real threat to our way of life and liberty. The camera changes to a different angle as he turns to again look directly at the viewers at home. I'm, of course, talking about the dangers of free love and its effect on the youths of our nation. It is imperative that you speak to your children, especially those on their way to higher education. College is the facility of sin, and without your watchful eagle eye and sage advice, they, too, may become victims of the hanky-panky. What you are about to partake in is a public service announcement. Everything you see is 100% factual, and will happen to your child if they're allowed to partake in fooling around. The camera returns to its original position as the man again resets his gaze. Please take everything you are about to see seriously. It is up to you, Americans, to make sure that this doesn't happen outside of this video recording you are about to watch. And the camera zooms out slowly as we fade to black, and then the title dramatically appears from the darkness, a sharp sting of music as it does. Reefer Madness 2, Abstinence till Murder. And then we fade in from black. It is nebulously the 70s. A storm is raging over the Arkham woods, lightning and thunder bursting as rain coats the trees and roads. No force of nature can stop the love bus, however, as we slow zoom in on a vehicle winding down the forest road. A party van full of Miskatonic University students who recently graduated drives towards Bolton, Massachusetts like it's invincible. Their destination is the biggest graduation celebration on the East Coast. Inside this cramped van are 10 young adults and far too much pizza, drugs, and booze. And with that, first of all, I would like to ask, whose car is this, but also who is driving it, and those don't have to be, those can be mutually exclusive.
We'll say it's my mom's minivan.
It's your
What was
mom.
it?
We borrowed it from my
wanted to be
mom. Safety
driving
precautions for my little brother.
I'm like 12 years old. I wouldn't be strapped into the car.
You're
You should be, though.
you are. And I'm driving because my mom is the only one that lets me drive the car.
All right, and then, Klaus, you were about to say something?
I was gonna say I'd be willing to drive. However, I'll just add the stipulation. I'm playing the music because I'm so adamant, loving American rock music, that I've got some Aerosmith playing in the tape deck.
Yes. You see the loner is sitting kind of in a... He managed to find a dark corner of the party van. The party van itself is like 2 front seats, and then they stripped all the seats out of the back, replaced it with like shag carpeting and like a disco ball in the middle of the room, and just like pizza boxes are what people are sitting on at this point.
Nice.
What is everybody else doing in the back? Introduce like your character, what they look like, and what they're doing.
Well, I'm probably sitting in the front passenger seat next to my big brother Jerry and everything. And I'm kicking my legs and I'm talking about, Jerry, you're gonna get so much in this van. I can't believe it. This is gonna be a really big night for you, Jerry. I'm so excited for both of us, really. I just can't wait to hear about it. Oh my gosh.
You're 12.
Well, little Benny, that's just how it is sometimes, Yeah, I fight off all day long.
Yeah,
I mean, I go to the grocery store and they get in my cart like they're groceries. Like, they just...
That's why
Can't
our
get 'em off
family
me.
bought a gun, because you have to fight it off all day.
That's right. Don't you forget it. And don't tell anybody that.
We have a gun.
It's in his backpack.
It's in my
Oh,
pocket.
Jesus! It makes it so much worse.
It's immediately dark. We brought protection.
Jeez, that's not. So,
Anyway, you asked us to introduce ourselves.
it's all canon. It's fine.
Yeah, I only had one beer.
You're driving along, and you see a thunder crack, and it lights up the inside of the interior of the van. And you see the rest of the people in the back seat.
Real quick, don't worry, Benny. I got one more thing for protection. Besides the gun, I can whip this out at any time.
Oh, thank God! I'm so glad you brought that, Jerry.
I carry the blue ice white dragon wherever I may go. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Remember when we were camping that one time and you didn't bring it, and a bear ate Grandma, and now Grandma's dead because
I could have saved Grandma in a duel. I know I could have.
Yeah, you could have. That bear probably had really shitty cards on it.
Absolutely. Didn't even have a proper duel disc.
Yeah, yeah. And it didn't bring condoms, that's for sure.
Jesus.
I'm sitting in between them, like in the seat, or like on the floor between the two driver and passenger seat. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're blasting the music, and I just crank the music way up.
Yeah. Mike and Ty, what are your characters doing?
Remy's in the back trying to slowly groove to this Aerosmith, but it's not really jiving. Just kind of trying to this and just ripping fat bong rips in the back.
Hell yeah. What's with the strain that you're smoking? Anything buff wise?
Oh, it vaguely smells of the pizza I ate as well.
Ugh.
giving a pleasant aroma to this car of pizza and weed.
Pleasant isn't the word I would use.
You're working on that pizza so strong.
Donna's sitting on Remy's knee, and I'm just grinding, just back and forth all over his knee.
Hell yeah.
Oh
you,
my
man.
god.
Lightning crashes outside again, and you can see a deer on the side of the road as it runs away into the forest, and lightning's coming down. There's a girl in the middle of the road, and there's also a tree falls down, and the storm's just going nuts outside.
As the lightning cracks again and where it's lit up, I am making out with Donna.
Yes.
And my hands. Well, I just wanted you to know while this is happening, my hands are just like hitting the roof of the car for some reason. They're just waving.
Donna's crazy.
Klaus was watching this. He's got an electric guitar with him. He's just gripping the neck of it, just staring like.
This is so much better than my mom's Celine Dion cassette. So much better.
I'm glad you like.
The rain hail starts to pick up a little bit, and then there's also, like, the road gets a little bit slick. There's a woman in the middle of the road, and there's also another tree just falls down, and you're like, oh god, this storm's just getting really bad.
Oh. Hey, Jerry. I think there's a woman in the middle of the road.
Hey, Jerry, you might want to drive auto.
we probably hit
Jerry,
it
it's
now.
already started.
Like, in order to get my license, I had to take simulators as well as behind the wheel. I could very easily tell if there was a woman in the middle of, oh my god, there's a woman in the middle of the road!
Roll drive auto.
And
What's that?
a 3 out of 35, so I pass.
So those training, all the drive training you've done has come in very handy, and you calmly, she just kind of jumps out into the middle of the road, and it's like the storm was very hard to see her until the headlights hit her dead on, but you managed to kind of swerve the car almost around her, and the car just kind of does like a complete 180, and it wraps around her, like not like, you know, hitting her, it just goes, yeah. But then you manage to stop the car, and she's like, she kind of turns her face with the car as you guys are driving, and then she just kind of faints in the middle of the road.
You see, Benny, they say simulators aren't accurate, but I'm telling you, it's because of simulators I was able to avoid that. We should go check on her. I'll get out of the car and
from my seat.
and I'll yell to Klaus. Klaus, excuse me, I'm going to need a little help maybe picking this individual up and lifting her in the car. Muscles aren't my forte.
Yes,
Klaus.
Let's go.
Do I need to say the German, Klaus? Come on!
But yeah, okay, so are people getting out to check on her?
Yeah, I'm joining Jerry.
Okay. So is everybody else just kind of staying in the car while this happens? Having a good party
they're
time?
macking it right now in the back.
Just macking in the back. This is fine.
Benny, you stay here. Hold this.
Protect the girls.
He grabs it and it goes, oh.
I have a Glock in my right hand and a blue eyes white dragon Yu-Gi-Oh card. From the future, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
This is fine.
Sure.
You invent Yu-Gi-Oh if you survive this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a game my older brother made up at this point.
Yeah.
That I'm totally into.
So you get out of the car and you just see that she's laying in the middle of the road. The rain's really coming down hard. And it's almost pitch black outside with the exception of whatever is being lit by the front of the car.
Oh, no, we'll walk over and check on her.
All right. She's laying on the ground. Do you like pick her up or anything, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab. I'll grab her by the shoulders.
Yeah, Klaus, you grab your shoulders, I'll get the lighter feet.
I'm gonna scoop her up, and then we're gonna try to walk her back.
She's very like beat up looking. Like she's been running through the woods for miles or something, for hours even, and like she's soaking wet. Her clothes are ripped a little bit here and there, and she's just beat to all hell. Like she's been through something. When you pick her up, she kind of like like makes like a couple wounded noises and mentions something about there's a light, and she just kind of passes out in your arms.
Don't go to the light.
Yes, Klaus is right. Don't go to the light, lady. She goes to the light, Klaus. We leave her here. We never saw her, right?
Is that what you do?
Klaus, your visa is at stake, Klaus.
Welcome to America.
Your visa is at stake. They can kick you out of this country for killing somebody.
Oh God! But you were driving.
I was about to say, you didn't kill her. Okay, so you manage to you open up the doors and you see everybody else that's in the back of the van that's all cramped. They make room for her and everything. Yeah, you just kind of manage to lay her down on the shag carpet.
Donna, do not make out with her. She's unconscious.
I'm gonna blow some medical marijuana in her face.
Oh, that'll do it.
Roll for healing. No, I'm just
Can I roll first aid? Can I roll first aid?
Yeah, you know what? For that one specifically, because you do have a stat on there called Weedology that you could roll, but I feel like this one specifically works for
17 out of 50.
All right, so she kind of, you can tell she seems a little bit more like calm. Like she was a bit passed out before, but she was still breathing really heavily, like she just got through some sort of ordeal, but like that managed to calm her down a little bit, and she just kind of wakes up and she goes, oh, thank you all for saving me. I need help.
I'm an Eagle Scout. I have a badge in advanced triage if you need anything.
Maybe? And she just kind of is fading in and out of consciousness. But the player, who's one of the other NPC characters in the truck or in the van, just goes, "Oh, I'm familiar with this place. If we need to get her somewhere, we should probably there's a gas station just up the road. We can go there if we need to."
Jerry, if you need to get there.
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, gas is always a good thing to have. Not in your body. I mean, that happens. So, oh God. Start the car.
That's actually not true. That's actually not true. You can drink a half a gallon of gas, and it lets you run for 20 miles. My uncle told me that, and it's true.
I believe her.
Science. That's right.
Alrighty. So with that, you drive up the road just a little bit. And what you see is there's a gas station, like in the distance. There's a light down the road, and you start to approach it. And as you approach it, you realize two things. One, the gas station is still open, so that's good. But two, there's a giant truck blocking the road. And it says, reaching the gas station, you find a gigantic four-wheeler flatbed cattle truck strewn across the road, its wheels half sunken into the mud. The way it's laid across the road makes it completely impassable, and the road to Bolton is blocked. But luckily, the gas station is accessible. There are two other cars, a Ford Roadster parked outside the cafe, and an old Packard parked near the gas station office. Otherwise, it's a quaint gas station with a cafe attached to it, and there are people inside the seeable cafe portion of the gas station. And as you arrive, the mysterious woman that you picked up sort of wakes up a little bit, and she's a bit more conscious. She's like, "Oh, did we are we safe? Did we reach safety?"
We are at a gas station. It is a great place to pick up maybe a double gulp to rehydrate.
Gas station?
Mountain Dew.
I hope they serve beignets in the diner.
It's an oddly specific thing.
I love beignets because they're like my name. I'm Benny, and I love beignets.
All right.
I love it so much.
Fair.
Mommy named you that because you were conceived in a beignet restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. In New Orleans.
Beignet house. It's like Waffle House, but way classier.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was born in one. That should tell you how classy they are.
Jeez. But yeah, so now you're outside of this gas station.
I go skipping in.
Yeah, we're gonna go in, I guess, the food mart. And I open up the side door and I yell, "Snack stop!"
I want to
What's
buy
your
a
name?
Coca-Cola that has cocaine in it. in a bottle.
That's from like the 20s.
Oh crap!
It's not a long
They
time
stopped
ago.
doing that like a lot.
I only know so much. I'm 12.
I will try to talk to this new friend.
She just kind of
So,
fades in and out, but
Oh, man. All right. Well, same. And I'll smoke up.
nice.
I'm gonna go to the gas clerk and buy some cigarettes.
Alrighty, so you go. You're all stepping inside the diner, and entering the cafe, you find some wayward people waiting out this impressive storm, along with some people serving them. There is an old couple sitting by one of the windows, and they occasionally point and make comments about lightning they see. The manager, played tonight by special guest star Burt Reynolds, is attending the cash register and counting the day's earnings. The most notable interaction happening, however, is a waitress talking to a man at one of the booths. This man seems on edge, and the waitress isn't helping. She seemingly then gives up and sees new customers and heads over to all of you. Hey there, dining in? Need some gas?
Burt Reynolds died 2 years ago.
This is the 70s. This is the height of his
In the
fame.
70s.
I thought he was going to show up. I thought another screen was going to pop up.
Hey, everybody.
Big hot Burt Reynolds.
That's not what Burt Reynolds. Come on. This was a serious show for serious people.
Serious things. But yeah, she asks you if you guys need anything.
I'd like a beer, please.
Oh, that's awfully charming.
I'd like a beer, please.
He pulls out the gun.
South immediately. Jerry, tell him I've had a beer once. I had a sip of Grandpa Joe's beer before the bear killed Grandma.
This is true. It's part of the reason why we were distracted during Grandma's death, because little Benny here was drunk, wandering in the woods naked. But he just wants an A&W, please.
A root beer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. I can get you one of those. Would anybody else like anything?
I would
they
like
fill
a
up the petrol?
non-root beer. I would like a plant beer, just a regular beer, and a carton of cigarettes, and also a half gallon of gas.
I can. so you can run later.
Also, whatever you feel like is revitalizing.
Like,
Yep.
Do you want a hand job?
Like
Is that what you're saying? What?
I mean,
I was gonna suggest a coffee, but
coffee. Let's get a coffee.
oh, okay, okay.
Yes, please. Miss.
Any
Yeah,
bottle of water.
Uh,
You don't
what,
want
a
to jump
bottle of
into
water?
it too hard, too fast, right, Jerry? Just
Yeah,
save it
that's
up for
right.
later.
That's
Save it up
right.
for later. Yeah,
Gotta make him work for it, Benny.
yeah. You gotta play hard to get.
So all the
Super
other
hard to get.
so all the other NPCs that you guys didn't pick are just waiting in the van while this is all happening. But the waitress goes to turn to go get your stuff, and she immediately sees the wounded woman you brought with you, and she makes like a kind of like confused face, and then she makes a stink eye, and then she goes to get your stuff. And in the meantime, while she goes into the back to start filling out your order, you just see the old couple in the corner just go, "Oh, look at those hooligans over there. They're probably going to go have some sex." And then just, "Remember when we used to have sex all the time? Oh, all the time. It was wonderful. We could do it right here, right now. How about it, Gertrude?"
I start taking off my shirt.
Oh my! Come over here, young lad. These old people are nasty. But then they're overshadowed by the man that was distraught earlier, and he just goes, "Are you going out on the roads tonight? You gotta beware for the light. I saw the light. It was in the woods. Is there something in the woods and it's light, and it's mean and bad?"
I'm not too worried
The
about
lightning.
simulators with a 97%. I mean, they put you through everything in simulators.
"Oh, I made simulators, son, and they don't do this sort of thing. You should stay where it's safe. Go back to Arkham or wherever you came from, and you should turn around and never go down this road. There's a horrible thing amiss." And then Burt Reynolds, or Sam, the guy that's running the gas station, and he just says, "Oh, that's just Jake Burns. Don't mind him. He's always been angry. And this storm just gets the better of him." I don't know what Burt Reynolds says.
Did he really invent simulators?
he kind of like sweats a little bit.
Nothing scares my older brother. You're gonna have to try harder than that, old man. A light? A light? Is that all you got?
I'm not scared. I just feel like I just met a celebrity.
The waitress comes back with all of your stuff, and she kind of points to a couple of you and tells you to kind of come aside away from the woman that you brought in.
I'll step aside.
Does she have my root beer?
Yeah, she hands you your root beer.
Okay, I'll come over there too, and I'll be like, I'll sip it with 2 hands. It's in a bottle, so.
I'm standing right behind Benny with my cup of gasoline.
I'm staying with the guy that popped in the simulators, asking for his autograph.
Asking for his autograph. He's like, "No, I don't want to give you my autograph. I just want to warn you about the light." And
but the scene where you had the ball roll out in between the cars from the sidewalk, brilliant, simply brilliant.
And the Paperboy, I almost ran over. It's just Paperboy. He invented the video game
Paperboy, and you're really good at Paperboy.
And that's the simulation.
But the woman pulls you aside, and she just goes, "Do you know who that woman is with you?"
No, we just found her.
You found her? Where'd you find her?
She ran out of the woods.
That is Amelia Webb. She's a
Who?
She's a bit of a floozy. She lives, if you go back just a little bit of ways, there's a turn you can take, and that leads straight to her house. But I don't trust her with herself. She's one of those rich girls, and she's a floozy, and I don't like her. But just get her out of here if you need to get her out of here. I don't like her.
I'm gonna push this lady. And I'm gonna say, "I'm a floozy. You got problem with floozies?"
She just kind of panics a little bit.
She is a floozy. She's a big old floozy.
Right.
She's from Louisiana.
Louisiana. And she just kind of, but yeah, if you need to drop her off at home, she lives at the old Eggplant Acres farm down the way. And then she...
Which way?
That way.
Is that north or west?
It's technically south. But
towards Louisiana.
Towards Louisiana. Drop her right off in Louisiana, capital of
Louisville.
I will. I'll go up to Prairie and tell him. I was like, she lives nearby. We should go.
Your accent's hot.
Jerry.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, you.
Oh, she lives nearby. Oh, that's excellent. Sir, it's been an honor to drive in your simulators.
Are you not listening to a word I'm saying, son? I'm saying to get out, go home. There's a light in the woods, and it's killing people.
Do you have any stimulators on you right now?
And
are you talking about the lightning?
We're walking out. I put my arm around. I put my arm around Amelia, and I go, "She saved a life. Put one in your column, sir." I'll lead her out.
Son, you should pay more attention to the things your elders tell you. He just yells that as you're starting to leave. Is everybody else still in the diner? The waitress comes back with your beers.
Can I get a real life beer real quick?
You would have to roll stealth to try and take a little bit.
No. In real life, I'm going to walk into my kitchen and get another beer.
Yeah, roll stealth. No, just kidding.
You have 2 kids, Tom. Roll stealth already.
No, that's fine.
You can continue if I'm not involved.
Stop keeping the beer in the nursery.